Chapter 1, Part 2 of 3. Life of the Prophet Muhammad. He replied, there were some bodies of radiance revolving round the divine throne reciting Allah's praise thousands of years before Allah created the seven heavens, including the earth, light and darkness. When Allah created Adam, He placed us in His loins. He continued to transfer us from holy loins to holy wombs until He appointed Muhammad. It is narrated through many channels from Abdullah bin Abbas that the Holy Prophet Muhammad said, Allah created me in Ali from a light under the divine throne, Arsh, thousands of years before the creation of Adam. When He created Adam, He placed that Noor in his loins. Thereafter that Noor continued to be transferred from one loin to another until both of us were separated in the loins of Abdullah and Abu Talib. It is narrated from Muaz bin Jabal that the Holy Prophet Muhammad said, verily Allah created me, Ali, Fatima, Hassan and Hussein thousands of years before the creation of the seven heavens. Muaz asked, O Messenger of Allah, where were you at that time? He replied, we were under the divine throne, praising, glorifying and hallowing Allah. It was asked, what were you like? He replied, we were some bodies of light. When Allah desired to form us, He turned us into a column of light and put it in the loins of Adam. Thereafter He continued to transfer it from loins of fathers to wombs of mothers, always keeping us away from impurity, polytheism and adultery, which was being indulged in during the time of blasphemy. In every age some groups used to be successful by putting faith in us. Some used to remain hard-hearted and unfortunate as they did not believe in us. When we were brought to the loins of Abdul Muttalib, that Noor was divided into two. Allah put one half of it in the loins of Abdullah and the other half in that of Abu Talib. Thereafter my Noor was transferred to the womb of Amina and the other entered the womb of Fatima bint Asad. I was born from Amina and Ali from Fatima bint Asad. Then the entire pillar returned to me and my daughter Fatima was born. Then that whole light was transferred to Ali. Then Hassan and Hussein were born from those two parts of light. Similarly my Noor will continue to revolve till Judgment Day in the descendants of Hussein and the 12 holy Imams. It is narrated from some channels from the Holy Prophet Muhammad that, the Almighty Allah created me, Ali, Fatima, Hassan and Hussein before creating Adam when there was neither paradise nor hell. His Eminence, Abbas asked, O Messenger of Allah, how was your creation initiated? He replied, when Allah intended to create us, He created a sound, and from that sound a word, then a light therefrom, then He created another sound and word and a spirit therefrom. Then He amalgamated that Noor with that spirit and therefrom He created Ali, Fatima, Hassan and Hussein. All of us were reciting Allah's greatness and praise. We were describing His glory and praise when no one else was doing so. When Allah desired to create the whole of creation He bifurcated my Noor and created the Arsh, throne, therefrom. Arsh is from my Noor and my Noor is from Allah's Noor and, thus, my Noor is greater than the Arsh. Then He split the Noor of my brother Ali and created the angels therefrom. The angels are from Ali's Noor and Ali's Noor is from the Noor of Allah and, hence, Ali is greater than the angels. Thereafter Allah bifurcated my daughter Fatima's Noor and created the seven heavens and the earths from it. The heavens and earths are created from Fatima's Noor and Fatima's Noor is from Allah's Noor and, thus, Fatima is greater than all the seven heavens and the earths. He then divided Hassan's Noor and created all the suns and the moons in the seven heavens herefrom. So all the suns and the moons have come into existence from Hassan's Noor and Hassan's Noor is created from Allah's Noor and, so, it is greater than all the suns and the moons in the seven heavens. Thereafter Allah divided Hussein's Noor and created paradise and houris, maidens with beautiful eyes who reside in paradise. So paradise and houris have been created from Hussein's Noor and Hussein's Noor is from the Noor of Allah and, therefore, Hussein is better than paradise and houris. Abu Dar has, through reliable chains narrated that the Holy Prophet Muhammad said, I and Ali have been created from one Noor and we were glorifying Allah on the right side of the Arsh thousands of years before the creation of Adam. When Allah created Adam, He put this Noor in his loins. When he was allowed to dwell in paradise we were in his loins. Likewise when the Prophet Noah was riding the ark we were in his loins. So also when the Prophet Abraham was thrown into fire, the Almighty Allah transferred us from holy loins into holy wombs until we reached the loins of Abdul Muttalib. Now, the Almighty Allah divided that Noor into two, placed me in the loins of Abu Talib. He granted me prophethood and gave eloquence and courage to Ali and gave derivatives from his holy names to both of us. The Almighty is the Lord of the throne, Arsh, which is called Mahmud, and I am Muhammad. Allah is high and my brother is Ali. My Lord designated me for messengership and prophethood and appointed Ali for wilayat, guardianship, and imamate and to command people with truth. It is narrated through reliable chains from Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq that before the creation of the universes, Allah had two radiances. Angels looked at both these lights, found one to be original wherefrom a ray was spreading, which was a part of it. They asked, O Allah, what is this radiance? The Almighty Allah revealed that it is one of my Noors, the origin of which is messengership and branch is imamate. The messengership is for Muhammad, who is my servant and messenger, and imamate is for Ali, who is my hujat. Proof: before the creation of creation and the caliphate. Had I not created them, I would not have created anything. In another reliable tradition, the same Imam has said that the Almighty Allah addressed the Holy Prophet, O Muhammad, I created you and Ali from one Noor, that is, I had created a bodiless spirit, before creating the seven heavens and the Arsh. You were always hallowing and praising me and were continuously remembering me with unique attentiveness. Then I amalgamated both the souls, and that amalgamated soul was remembering me with piety and greatness and grandeur. Then I made two parts of that soul. Then made two parts of the said two, and thus were created Muhammad and Ali and Hassan and Hussein. Thereafter I created Fatima from a single Noor in the form of a bodiless spirit. That same Noor continued in the descendants of the Ahlul Bayt. It is mentioned in a reliable tradition from His Eminence, Imam Muhammad Taqi, that the Almighty Allah was always one and unique in His uniqueness. There was none except Him. Then He created Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, and after thousands of years created all things and made the holy beings witness over their creation. He also made their obedience incumbent on all creation and entrusted the administration of creation to them. So they do not like or desire anything except what is desired by Allah and have no intention of their own. It is narrated through authentic chains that Imam Hassan said that the Holy Prophet Muhammad said, Bahisht is a stream in Firdos, sweeter than honey, softer than butter, cooler than ice and more fragrant than musk. Therein is a kind of clay wherefrom the Almighty Allah created us and our Muslim followers. One who is not created from that clay is neither from us nor is our follower. It is mentioned in another tradition that he said, I have heard from my grandfather, the Holy Prophet Muhammad, that he used to say, I have been created from the Noor of Allah and my family have been created from my Noor and the lovers of my family have been created from their Noor. It is narrated through authentic chains from Abu Sa'id Khudri, that a man asked about the interpretation of the saying of the Almighty Allah to Satan when the latter refused to prostrate before Adam, Are you proud or are you of the exalted ones? The Holy Prophet Muhammad said, I, Ali, Fatima, Hassan and Hussein were in the enclosure of the Arsh and praising Allah. The angels were reciting praise on hearing us, and this was thousands of years before the creation of Adam. When Allah created Adam, He commanded the angels to prostrate before him, but we were not ordered to prostrate. All the angels prostrated, but the jinn Iblis refused. At that Allah said to him, You have shown pride against prostrating. Have you also become of those exalted ones, that is of those whose names have been written in the enclosure of the Arsh? According to another reliable tradition of Imam Ja'far Sadiq, the Almighty Allah created Muhammad Mustafa from a handful of clay which was shining like a pearl beneath the Arsh. From its leftover, He created the family of the Prophet Muhammad. Then from the leftover of our essence were created our followers. Therefore their hearts are inclined to us and they love us and we are truly kind to them just as a father is kind to his children. We are the best for them and they for us. The final messenger of Allah is the best of all people for us and we are the best of all in the view of the Holy Prophet. According to a reliable narration, Imam Zain al-Abidin, the great-grandson of the Prophet Muhammad, is reported to have said, The Almighty Allah created 11 Imams from the progeny of the Holy Prophet Muhammad and Ali and his progeny from his Noor of greatness. Those Noors were praising Allah in His radiation, and worshipping thousands of years before He created all of His creation. Imam Ja'far Sadiq is reported to have said that the Messenger of Allah said, Thousands of years before Allah created all of His creation, He created 14 Noors which were our souls. People asked, O Messenger of Allah, who are those 14? He replied, Muhammad, Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein and 9 sons from their progeny, the last of whom is Qaim, upstanding and bringer of justice, who will remain unseen to people's eyes. Then he will appear and kill Dajjal and purify the earth from every oppression. When the Noor of our Prophet was created, it stood before the Almighty Allah praising him. Allah used to look at it and say, It is only you that is the aim of my act of creation of the universe. It is you, the intender of good and well-being, and you are my selection in my creation. I swear by my greatness and might and say that had you not been in my will, I would not have created the creation. I will love who loves you and I will be the enemy of the one who is inimical towards you. Upon this, the Noor of the Prophet Muhammad brightened further and its ray rose up. Then Allah created 12 veils from that radiance, the veils of might, greatness, power, honor, awe, dominance, mercy, prophethood, divinity, status, loftiness, bliss, and veil of intercession. Then he put the Noor of Muhammad in veil of might where it remained for thousands of years reciting, Glory to the highest of the high. Then it entered veil of greatness and recited, Glory to be to the one cognizant of the mysteries and secrets, for thousands of years. Likewise it went on reciting, Glory to be to the Master and Bestower, for thousands of years in the veil of awe. Glory to be to the Noble and Majestic One, for thousands of years in veil of dominance. Glory be to the Lord of the Mighty Throne, for thousands of years in veil of mercy. Glory be to the Lord of Might from what they attribute him with, for thousands of years in veil of prophethood. Glory be to the greatest of the greatest, for thousands of years in veil of divinity. Glory to the knowing and the noble, for thousands of years in veil of status. Glory be to the owner of the kingdom and the 7 heavens, for thousands of years in veil of loftiness. Glory to be to the one who makes things extinct and himself never wanes, for thousands of years in veil of bliss. Glory be to Allah and praise be to him. Glory be Allah the Great, for thousands of years in veil of intercession. Please continue to part 3 of the life of the Prophet Muhammad.